Alright, this is Roger with igadgetgeek, and I'm going to bring you my full review of the AT&T Sony Xperia Play 4G. Now, I already have this phone in its little multimedia dock that AT&T does include in the packaging, which I'm going to have to say is awesome that AT&T chose to include this multimedia dock with the phone when you purchase it. There's no extra charge for that. Most companies would charge an extra fee for that media dock, anywhere from $30 to $50, but this is actually included in the package. Now, with that media dock, once you place the Xperia Play into the media dock, you're presented here with your micro USB input that will charge and sync your phone, and here is an audio out, so you can hook this up, play the music on your phone through a third-party device, whether it be a stereo or your computer or anything like that. We'll go ahead and set this dock out of the way and take a little look around at the physical layout of the phone itself. Right here you have your four, they're not capacitive like we've seen on most Android phone. These are actually four physical buttons with your back, your home, your menu, and your search. At the very top you have a forward-facing camera, your speaker, and your proximity and light sensor. Now on the bottom or left hand side there again is the ports to allow it to plug into the multimedia dock, your 3.5mm headphone jack, and your sync charge port. Now on the very top you have your on-off button that does have an LED indicator built into it that will give you light for notification. Now on the very top or the right hand side is where you have your left and right bumper buttons and your volume up and down. Now where this phone really shines is, of course, it is a PlayStation phone, so you're able to do a lot of PlayStation games and everything. But what I'm going to do right now is we're just going to take a look at the actual Android portion of the software. So I'm going to reposition my camera and we'll get kind of a close-up view of the software. Okay, as you can see, I've repositioned my camera to kind of give us a close-up look of the software itself. Now I've gone ahead and customized this a little bit. Now here's one of the clock widgets. Now everything on here is going to be stock widgets and software out of the box. Of course you have your standard drop down menu, and as you can see here I was actually playing a game and it's still ready to be picked back up in the background. Of course you can reposition your widgets like you can on most any Android phone. So as far as the Android interface, it's going to be pretty much standard Android. It's Sony's little overlay. One of the nice features that I like about Sony's overlay is this little folders. So you can see here's one for entertainment. So once you touch on that, it will expand out and you can place whatever you would like within that folder. Now to create a folder, you touch anywhere on the home screen and it's going to come up and you can say folder, and then you see you have a couple different folders here to choose from. Let's say we're going to pick this one, social. We'll click done, it'll create the folder. Now to place something in that folder, you just tap and hold and you move it right over the folder and it's placed it inside. So you can see you can place any number of files that you would like within that folder, and you can take these folders and you can actually place them down in the status bar. So we'll go ahead and move Gmail out and we'll take our entertainment folder, place it right here in the bottom. So that is a real nice feature of their launchers. You can actually put folders within the very bottom launcher. I'm a pretty big fan of that. I like folders. It's real easy to organize all your different things. If you're familiar with, the iOS platform, folders is very heavily integrated into that software. With this Sony, you kind of have a feel for that. Now let's go ahead and talk about the main thing about this phone, and that's going to be, of course, the gaming software. But before we get into the gaming, I'm going to just run down a little bit of the specs. Now this is a single core processor, so it is by no means the most powerful Android device on the market at AT&T or any other carrier. But for gaming, now to have this physical keys, once you slide this out to play those games on, is excellent. To have the ability to play all those different games with the physical keyboard, for me, is a huge bonus on this device. And that's mainly the people that are going to buy this device are going to be heavy gamers, and it is so much easier to play a game with the physical keyboards than it is trying to sit on screen and control everything. So for the video gamer out there, this is going to be an excellent device for you. Now, it is not by any means the most powerful device, but the graphics on it, they have used a very high level graphic processor within this headset. So your gaming on it is excellent. Your gaming graphics and everything is excellent. Now we're going to go ahead here into this Asphalt game, and I'm going to go ahead and launch it, and we'll do a little longer demo. I did one demo before on my first impressions, but now I've had a chance to actually sit and play some of these games. I really wanted to show you some of the graphics within these games, because the graphics on this handset, even though it's a single core processor, is really, really good graphics. Alright, this game is finished loading, so we're going to go ahead in here and actually play the little career that I was doing and kind of give you guys an idea of the different levels of graphics and how well it does look on this device. So we'll go ahead and here do a race I haven't done yet. We'll pick this car here, and it'll just give you a little demo of what it looks like. If I can do this through the camera without crashing, we'll see. Now, as you can hear, the audio on this thing is awesome. The speaker volume, as you can see there, the speaker volume is very loud. Well, that kind of gives you an idea of the gameplay. So let's go ahead and go back in here to some of the software, and we'll look at some of the pre-installed programs. Of course, you have your Amazon Kindle, some of your AT&T software. Let me go ahead and get my camera here to focus in a bit better. Of course, you have your AT&T code scanner, your family maps, your navigator. This has Google Books pre-installed. It comes with Crash Bandicoot, Asphalt 6, Dungeon Defender. It has several games, Madden, NFL. I think it also includes the Star Battalion, the T-Blocks, My City, Sims 3. And of course, there's My AT&T. There's an Office suite. You know, so it comes with a lot of really good pre-installed programs. The software itself is 2.3.5, I want to say, but let me just double check. It's 2.3.3. I apologize. It's not. That is the Android version it's running is 2.3.3. Now it does have a micro SD card slot that's expandable up to 32 gigs. Now, at the time of this video, you could pick this phone up on AT&T with a 2-year contract for $49. Now, by no means is it the most powerful Android handset out there, but for the cost and for the gamer, this is an excellent buy. If you're real big into the PlayStation handheld games, this would be the perfect phone for you. Now, this has been my review of the AT&T Sony Xperia Play 4G.